Have you ever wanted to brutally murder members of the Japanese mafia to the likes of Mortal Kombat and watch as your victim's brain splatter across your new shoes? Of course you have! Well, Yakuza 4 is the game for you. In this beat-em-up game, you'll use RPG-like elements to upgrade/boost the 4 main playable protagonists with their own personal playstyles. Shun Akiyama is a carefree loan shark with a heart of gold. He has a playstyle that consists of high-speed kicks and dodges. Taiga Saejima, a loyal ex-Yakuza member looking for answers to a massacre that he took part in many years ago. He uses strong attacks to overcome his enemies, which makes him the slowest out of the 4. Masayoshi Tanimura is a dirty cop that seeks justice for the corruption in the police force. Yeah, don't think about that too much. Being the weakest member out of the 4, Tanimura uses parrying attacks to take advantage of his opponent's strength and use it against them. And lastly, we have Kazuma Kiryu, the poster boy of the Yakuza series. I would go into his past, but it would be better explained in the previous games. Kiryu's fighting style is a balance of all the other 3 main protagonists. You'll quickly learn how overpowered he is when you come across an almost impossible to beat boss fight that prods you every damn minute, asking you if you want to switch difficulties because it thinks you aren't good enough! Yeah. Kiryu's an awesome character. With the strong main cast of characters, Yakuza 4 forms a very compelling cop/mob story, with so many twists and turns that can only make M. Night Shyamalan happy. Without spoiling anything, here's a brief synopsis. Akiyama is a owner of a loan shark company which captures the eyes of the Japanese mob. From there, he finds himself getting sucked into business that he has no account in. Tanimura, being a detective, gets a case that has to do with a series of assassinations in the Yakuza scene. All while this is happening, Saejima is released from his imprisonment and is looking for answers to a legendary homicide that he took part in many years ago. All 4 story paths come together nicely to form a beautiful story. But one misconception people have about the Yakuza series is that they think it's too serious. In a sense it is, but an easy way to explain it is this. The Yakuza games don't really take themselves that serious actually. The story is really the only thing grim about the whole entire series. The gameplay is really where the game shows its true colors. When not going through the story of Yakuza 4, you will take on fights in the streets of Kamurocho. You'll see here that Yakuza has a very extravagant way of fighting. What you're seeing here is what they call the heat system. You use this way of combat when not using your regular brawler moves. I'm not sure if there's an actual definition to explain what heat is, but I'll give it a shot. Shit. That's it. Just shit. I mean, just look at this man. If your first response is seeing a human being literally getting his face flattened by a monster isn't shit, I don't know what to say to you. Maybe it's just me, but I've actually never seen a game use a fighting style quite like Yakuza. You know, taking concepts from games like Devil May Cry and then also forming it together, having say like a traditional fighting game like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter's finishing moves, and it actually meshes well together. Not really a new fighting system, but it really does make it feel kind of unique, you know what I'm saying? But since we have fighting off the list, let's talk about the numerous things you can do inside of the world. Like doing objectives for pedestrians, going to the arcade, gambling, go bowling, fighting arenas, and many other activities. One thing the Yakuza games have down to a T is the representation of Japan. I mean, what other Japanese game out there lets you go to hostess clubs, do karaoke, play pachinko machines, go to massage parlors and hot springs? I mean, for fuck's sakes, there's even a Club Sega, which is a real establishment, might I add. There are lots of other activities you can partake in, but one thing I'd like to commemorate the developers on are the side missions. All 4 characters have their own set of separate assignments that they have to do outside of the story that go in line with their character. The side missions aren't tedious either. They're actually filled with humor, drama, and lots of "yo, what the fuck?" moments to keep the game lively. And they also aren't pointless either. Completing them slightly paints an even bigger picture to the story of the character that you're playing, giving their story even more depth to it. If you made it this far into the video, you probably have some sort of interest in this game or the series as a whole now. Hopefully. I kinda made this video to bring awareness to this series because it really needs all the publicity that it can get. The Yakuza games have a small but very, very loyal fan base over in the West. So sales aren't as extensive as they are in Japan, leading to fans of this game literally having to beg Sega, what the hell, Sega to localize these games and bring them over to the West. I don't even know if I slightly did a good job at selling this game. Even out of the 20 or so people that are going to watch this video, if just one single person goes out and buys this game, or at least has some sort of interest in it, I'll be satisfied. But if you want a more better analysis on this game, swing by the description and look at another video by HyperBrit Hero. He has a way longer and probably even more entertaining video besides this one. But it's been Dead Reborn Kid, and I'll see you guys in the next video.